Lil Wayne is one of the most influential rappers of our time. Born Dwayne Michael Carter Jr. in New Orleans, Louisiana, Lil Wayne's rise to stardom started when he was discovered by Cash Money Records co-founder Bryan "Baby" Williams at the age of 9. Williams, who's better known as Birdman, recognized Lil Wayne's talent and potential and took him under his wing, becoming both his mentor and father figure. Together, Lil Wayne and Birdman built a relationship that wasn't seen before in hip-hop. As a youth in the hoods of New Orleans, Lil Wayne faced a lot of personal and professional challenges. Surrounded by violence and crime in New Orleans made it hard not to participate or protect yourself in the streets while growing up. He accidentally shot himself in the chest at the age of 12, but despite several instances, Lil Wayne remained determined to succeed and turned to music as a way to cope. With the support of Birdman and the rest of the Cash Money Records team, Lil Wayne quickly became a star in his own right. He was just 17 years old when he released his debut album, The Block Is Hot, which showcased his signature flow and lyrical skills. Over the years, Lil Wayne continued to release hit after hit, stamping his place in the hip-hop scene. Despite his young age, Lil Wayne earned the respect of his peers from his skills and work ethic. He continued to release mixtapes, successful albums, and collaborations with other artists, including Juvenile and Turk, and the rest of the group they had formed called the Hot Boys. Throughout his career, Lil Wayne's music has reflected the streets of New Orleans. The music made you feel like you were right there. Lil Wayne's major breakthrough came with the release of his 6th studio album, The Carter III, in 2008. The album was a success, debuting at #1 on the Billboard 200 and selling over 1 million copies in its first week. It went on to win 4 Grammy Awards, and some say that it's one of the best hip-hop albums of all time. Following the success of The Carter III, Lil Wayne continued to release hit after hit, with a string of successful albums and collaborations. In 2011, he released The Carter IV, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 and sold nearly 1 million copies in its first week. The album featured collaborations with some of the biggest names in hip-hop. We're talking about Drake, Rick Ross, and Nas. He continued to break records over the years, selling over 100 million records worldwide, which has made him one of the best-selling artists of all time. He has also won numerous awards and accolades, including 5 Grammy Awards, 11 BT Awards, and 4 Billboard Music Awards. Beyond his music career, Lil Wayne has also made a name for himself as an entrepreneur and philanthropist. He founded his own record label, Young Money Entertainment, in 2005 as a subsidiary of Cash Money Records. The label's roster included Drake, Nicki Minaj, Tyga, and several other artists that came and went. Under Lil Wayne's leadership, Young Money Entertainment has become one of the most successful record labels in the industry, with numerous chart-topping albums and hit singles. The label's artists have together sold millions of records and won numerous awards. Drake, in particular, has become one of the biggest stars in the music industry, with plenty of hit albums and singles that have topped charts around the world. He has won 4 Grammy Awards and is regarded as one of the biggest artists of his generation. Nicki Minaj has also achieved great success as a rapper/singer, with multiple platinum-selling albums and collaborations with some of the biggest names in music. She has won numerous awards and stays breaking records also, and her fan base is one of those fan bases that supports her to the fullest. Overall, Lil Wayne's founding of Young Money Entertainment has had a major impact on the music industry, launching the careers of several successful artists and stamping his impact in the game. But with success comes controversy, hardships, challenges, and things that will test you eventually. Lil Wayne and Birdman had a very public and contentious dispute that has played out in the media and in the courts for several years. The dispute began in 2014, and on January 13, 2015, Lil Wayne announced a $51 million lawsuit against Cash Money. Lil Wayne alleged that Cash Money Records had failed to pay him millions of dollars in owed royalties and advances for his music, and that Birdman had breached their contract. Then, Lil Wayne publicly accused Birdman of blocking the release of his album, The Carter V, and of failing to pay him the money he was owed. Lil Wayne also publicly criticized Birdman and Cash Money Records on social media and in his music. Lil Wayne said that he wanted off this label and nothing to do with these people, but unfortunately, it ain't that easy. In response, Birdman and Cash Money Records countersued Lil Wayne for breach of contract and defamation. The legal battle continued for several years, with both sides filing multiple lawsuits and making public statements about the dispute. A notice for dismissal was filed May 23rd, and Universal paid well over $10 million to settle the suit. The agreement reportedly also ended Wayne's deal with Cash Money, meaning that Universal was expected to release The Carter V. Another notice of dismissal was filed May 25th, but it doesn't mention a settlement. Following the settlement, Lil Wayne and Birdman appeared to squash their beef. with Lil Wayne posting a photo of him and Birdman on Instagram with the caption, "Family." In a recent interview, Birdman claims he gave Wayne $400 to $500 million, while Drake received around $500 million, and another $300 to $400 million went to Nicki, all after Universal Music Group cut him a check. He also addressed the photo that was taken around 2006 of him kissing Wayne on the lips. He says that, "First of all, my own son, I would kiss him. I always looked at Wayne as my son, and I always looked at it like, cause I was in the streets and I thought this might be the last time he ever see me, cause I was living like that. That's what that shit really started from, cause I thought that every night I leave, I might not ever come back. And I always today look at Wayne as my child. I was his father when he didn't have a father since he was 9 years old. And I love him like my own, and I'd give my life for him, and I'd take a life for him." As of recent, from 2020 till now, Lil Wayne has released several singles, one studio album, and has been featured with some artists. With the debate still going on about who's the greatest rapper of all time, Lil Wayne is still claiming that that would be him. He was just ranked as number 7 on a list behind the notorious big Eminem, Tupac, Nas, Kendrick Lamar, and Jay-Z. And you know, he definitely had a problem with that. He said, "Everybody whose names you name, they also know I'm number 1. Go ask them." Lil Wayne and DJ Drama revealed that they're working on Dedication 7, and that Dedication 2 will finally be available on all streaming platforms. Lil Wayne's legacy in hip-hop is undeniable. Over the course of his career, from the hit songs, albums, awards, and influence on other artists, he can make a strong case as the greatest rapper alive along with anybody else who is making that claim.